the longer you stay at a certain belt, the better it is for you, because the only thing that can really do is just reaffirm that you really deserve that level that you're at. And I think now is a great time to promote Sloan to black belt. So
single leg or body lock, you guys. Give your partner a few seconds to fight it off, all right? Let's not just let go instantly. Don't finish any takedowns though. Just get there, hold it, and let your partner work, okay? Let's go, guys, grab a partner. I like to have them warm up with these drills. It's good for wrestling, good for jiu-jitsu, good for your balance, good for the streets, good for gas stations, you know? You get in those fights, you gotta know how to push someone away, right? I started doing MMA-based training when I was like 15 with my dad. So I'm 28 now, it was like 13 years ago. We were just doing boxing, jiu-jitsu, a lot of like ground and pound stuff. Basically, I mean, most of the rounds that we were rolling, we were throwing punches as well. So that was like my start, my first couple years. And then it was like my senior year in high school, and I had it in my head I wanted to fight MMA someday. And I had been hopping around some other local gyms in the area, as well as training with my dad. People were telling me, you should wrestle, it's your senior year, you should wrestle, just to gain that experience. So I wrestled my senior year, and it was really good. Learned a lot, you know.
ooh, that was a good one. Show pony puts it on when the camera's around.
Almost. Keenan, can I ask you for a question?
What?
What's going on today?
Well, today, now Sloan's looking over here. He's right behind you. Pretend we're just doing an advertisement for this.
You have to hold it just like this. Look, this is how you have to drink it.
But how are you supposed to drink it if it's on that end?
That's just, there we go. Like this. Oh yes, go Jocko. It's different than any other energy drink, I swear. The supplements are different, okay? And you're gonna like them.
All right, quit looking around. All right, so today, we're gonna promote Sloan to black belt. Oh, he's looking. Andres, go mingle over there.
Just like over here and make a bunch of noise.
All right, so today, we snuck into Sloan's no-gi class. And we're gonna do a secret shadow promotion, black belt for Sloan. He's been a brown belt for, I think it's like 9 years.
I
think it's like 9 years.
Brown belt 9 years. He's been training since he was a little boy, and I'll say this in my speech, but we actually had the same jiu-jitsu upbringing. Our dad started training us martial arts in the barns on our property. We both had like the exact same childhood history of martial arts, so I'll talk about that a little bit. And we'll talk about a fun story when I first met Sloan, me and Craig Jones. He beat both of us up. I'll go into that a little in the speech as well. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Hello everyone, my name is Sloan Clymer. I'm an American Jiu-Jitsu no-gi specialist, and I'm excited to introduce you all to my Caveman front headlock series. Over the years, many people have seen front headlock as more of a transitional position in Jiu-Jitsu, but I'm here to change your minds. I believe that front headlock can be just as dominant for attacks as any other position, such as back or mount. I will be going over some conventional attacks in my series, such as arming guillotines, anacondas, and my personal favorite, the caveman necktie. This course will definitely give you some new exciting options to go for when you find yourself in the front headlock position. Make sure to grab a copy on Jiu-Jitsu X, and I'll see you there.
Go for the back, get their fit-ins basically. What you first want to do though from the position, you want to go for a couple of foot sweeps just to compromise his balance. So I go for my foot sweeps, and then it works, but he's being sweaty. Please try. Oh my God. Oh.
So,
because no gi doesn't have a gi to hide in, I get to be the guy. I don't know how to do this. This is gonna look weird.
Stuff it to the side.
Jesus Christ, you're gonna be able to tell. He's totally gonna be able to tell.
Not sus at all.
Describe what it's like rolling with Sloan.
Oh, it's the worst. It's like so unpleasant. I just feel stupid when I roll with him. Just my neck is in constant jeopardy, which is something like in the gi, you're not as, I mean, obviously people are attacking your neck, but just all the front headlock stuff he goes to, it's just so gnarly. It's just like, I feel from the beginning of the round to the end, it's just very oppressive. It's just you're constantly bent over, you're constantly getting your neck wrenched on all the way until the finish. I'd say hell is a good way to describe it.
Thanks guys for showing up today. These Fridays are always tough. Wrestling is like not easy at all. It's like the most brutal part of grappling in general. Just having to go down and get back to your feet, trying to drag people to the ground. So don't shy away from these days though, you guys. Like I feel like crap today, but it's just part of it, you know. You have to keep pushing, get yourself tired in here. That's the goal. Get tired on these Fridays, all right? Other than that, anybody else have something to say?
I do. So this is my first time coming to the no-gi class in a while since we handed it off to Sloan. When I first met Sloan, it was actually in the gi, but I didn't really get to experience his true no-gi skill until a couple years later when I met him at 10th Planet, where me and Craig Jones quickly realized that we weren't rolling with your average no-gi guy. And for all of you that are coming up, we have some brown belts over here, some purple belts who have been purple belts for a long time, brown belts who have been brown belts for a long time, and I think Sloan is a perfect example of someone who doesn't let the belt get in the way of becoming a true master of grappling. And so it was great to have Sloan take over this no-gi class for me so I can focus on teaching the gi stuff, and I think it's a great we're really blessed to have someone who's as talented as Sloan. And we actually we had kind of a similar upbringing, didn't we? Where
yeah, we did.
Both our dads were training martial arts and would drag us out to the barn. Yep. We both had a barn on our property where our dads had built dojos. And how old are you? 28?
I'm 28.
28.
Yeah.
So we were at the same age we probably started doing this kind of parallel in different states.
Yeah.
And I really I'm a big believer that the longer you stay at a certain belt, the better it is for you, because the only thing that can really do is just reaffirm that you really deserve that level that you're at, and it doesn't put a cap or a constraint on you. It allows you to kind of be at a level of like contentedness with your own skill, knowing that you can beat black belts as a brown belt. And I think now is a great time to promote Sloan to black belt. So. So, how long have you been training now?
Like 13 years.
13 years. And so, I mean, jiu-jitsu is one of the only martial arts where it takes 13 years to get your black belt. And it doesn't, that time is all just aggregate of your knowledge and skill. Like this doesn't represent anything other than the ability to endure suffering, really. That's what a black belt is. It's the ability to just endure over years and years and years of constant grinding on the mat, putting your body through its paces, really pushing yourself to the envelope and seeing what you're capable of. And I feel a connection with Sloan's ability to do that because I went through the same thing. And when you see another person who has that level of discipline, much like Miha and many of the other black belts in here, to just endure, that's what I think of when I see Sloan. It's like, if I was gonna get in a street fight, there's no one I'd rather have with me than Sloan. So I could just step back and he could handle all the guys by himself. So yeah, it's my honor and pleasure to promote you to black belt, Sloan. Thank you so much for everything you've done.
Appreciate it. Guys, I just want to say I appreciate you all. Since the first day I came here, I really loved it and I felt at home. Like I always said, I wasn't a guy who did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I just liked grappling. Like from the start, like when I started training with my dad years and years ago, I was just doing it because I liked grappling. I didn't really call it Jiu-Jitsu. None of us called it anything. We just all were rolling and punching each other in the face, and I just genuinely loved fighting and became obsessed with it. And I thought at one point I was never good enough to like achieve this level of skill, or for someone like Keenan to think that I was even this good. So this really means a lot to me. I put a lot of hard work into it, and anybody in here can do the same. You know, you just got to keep training. Like, don't think about the belts, just get in and just grind. But other than that, I love you all. Thanks, Keenan, love you, and I appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much, everyone. Let's bow it out.
Once again, good job. Thank you.
Congrats, thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
Congrats, brother.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks, bro. Eventually, I just... Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
what?
I'm really sweating right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, probably insults. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, I have a speech prepared, so a couple of words. It's a little bit sweaty. Sloan's a freaking beast. You should be a black belt for sure.